Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Y'all already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. Now, part of the 48 laws of power is guard your reputation with your life, right? Guard your reputation with your life. See, one thing I realized is that the best thing I ever did was take the advice of Lily when she told me, record that nigga's conversations. I already knew he couldn't be trusted. Who am I talking about? Wack 100. When something is too good to be true, it usually is. Here it is, I'm a nigga on the internet doing content, and I don't hold no punches, and I talk about anybody and everybody. And most of the time, it's just content. It's not personal, right? But here we have it. I got the attention of Tekashi 6ix9ine, which led to the attention of academics, because Tekashi 6ix9ine was in my DM, who was a federal informant. Even though I'm not in the streets, I'm always at home with my wife and kids. I knew that something just ain't right. So it led to me doing interviews with academics. Tekashi 6ix9ine telling academics, there's somebody out there that's hotter than you.
Yo, that boy 6ix9ine was like, yo.
He was hating. He
First
was like,
no.
Hey, he mad because I stopped watching.
That's cat. Yo, 6ix9ine was like, yo, I found the hottest YouTuber. I said, okay, bet. He said, hold up.
Who's the hottest YouTuber?
You know,
oh, Rock, what's good, boy? Hold on. What's good,
Wait. Hassan, he said the hottest YouTuber. I'm sorry. The hottest YouTuber is Big Act. Hold on. I'm going to take it. Hold up.
Little did I know, in this industry, it's like Highlander. There could be only one. So when dudes be reaching out and you thinking you got a friend, like they want to link up, dudes only really be wanting to get close to you so they can flatten your tire, right? So from academics, it leads up to me speaking to Wack 100. Now I'm speaking to Tekashi 6ix9ine, academics, Wack 100. Me and Wack 100 was talking on the phone for a long time. This is what y'all don't realize. A long time. And let's get to the tale of the tape.
I said, why would the family of Nipsey be mad at Wack? I feel like I listened to a lot of what you say. I think Wack had said Nipsey wasn't a legend, but he was talking musically. And I think later on he said when it came to like culturally and his influence, I think you gave him a legend card afterwards. Your thing was only music. Your thing was only music. And I'm like, there's no way they could be that upset.
I can't tell a nigga what a nigga was in his neighborhood or his household because I'm not from his neighborhood and I'm not in his household.
But here's the thing.
I'll be in violation.
You know what they came back to me and said? Well, it's more than that. Remember Wack said he already seen a tape of Nipsey and he said...
Now stop right there, academic. Yeah. This is where everybody's lying. Because academics, you know because you watched it. Wack never exposed to the world about the tape. Who exposed to the world about the tape, academic?
That was the song Campbell, for sure.
But why?
There you have it. Mama, if you say it again, everybody knows Hassan Campbell exposed that. Now, you come to Wack and say, hey, Wack, dude got these tapes out. Is that you? I don't know. Send it to me. Opposite playing is me. What you think, I'm going to tuck my tail? Yeah, nigga, that's me. That's the conversation I had with Hassan Campbell. Me and you have had conversations about all. That's where it stayed, right?
Yeah, no, of course.
Shall we begin? First of all, I don't like the way none of this sound. And me and you done had conversations, and that's where it stayed. let's go back down memory lane, right? When me and Wack 100 fell out. The day before, all y'all seen was videos of Wack 100's teeth smiling. It was all good just a day ago. The very next day, he goes to social media and tells the world how he was bragging about how he told me that's why Bam effed you up your, you know what I mean? Got started. I'm like, huh? He got on the internet and told everybody that he had his back against the wall. He had to play his position with his back against the wall because the whole time he was sizing me up because they were supposed to knock me out on camera. But it just so happened that, see, usually when I go see academics, I might go with one other person. When Tekashi 6ix9ine came to meet up with me with academics, Tekashi 6ix9ine had an army with him of federal agents and gangbangers that he used for that moment. So I guess what it was that they really didn't like the fact that I was touching up on content and they was the content and everybody was the content. So the main objective was pretty much to punk me in that building. But I guess they didn't realize that I wasn't coming alone. And even when I was in the building, there was other dudes pulling up outside of the building. So when you sit back and you analyze it, right? And you use those words and you talk about how, what conversations happened between me and you, they stayed between me and you. Nah, son, don't throw it out there like that. You just mad because the whole time when you was talking to me on the phone, I said, don't no real nigga sit up there and say the type of stuff and backbite and slander every single person. Every name that came up, every single name that came up. I mean, I still got the tapes. Every name that came up, this nigga was slandering. I know real niggas don't do that. It's one thing to deal with celebrity gossip and you on a podcast and you talking. It's another thing to be smiling in niggas' faces. You just shitted on Gilly and Wallow. Like, who didn't you shit on the audio and the tapes? So when you sit up there and you say, oh, you know, our conversations didn't go anywhere. Your conversations would have been safe with me if you would have never sat up there and tried to slander my character. So those tapes actually saved me. Because all over the internet, you had niggas looking at me crazy for no reason. Who does that? You smile in a nigga face and then try to destroy him the next day? Because you knew from body language in that building, if it would have went off, if it would have jumped off in that building, we all would have been, half of the niggas would have been dead. The other half of the niggas would have been in jail for the rest of their life. And academics wouldn't have had a podcast. It would have been done forever. But the reality of it is, why would you feel like when you do a podcast, I had my hand in my shirt and my back to the wall. Nigga, you was on the phone talking to me for almost a year on a daily basis. Why would you actually almost had me convinced to come out to get on the plane and come out there for Valentine's Day? I was like, nah, it's too last minute. If I would have actually trusted this dude and went out there and met up with him, I would have been fooled. So to sit up there and talk about, our conversation stayed there. Nah, don't try to put on top of the fact that the reality of it is, you sat up there after that conversation happened, after I leaked those tapes. You went on damn near every platform, especially Clubhouse, and super violated Nipsey. Told people what was on the tapes. Told him he wasn't a legend. You went on a slanderous campaign, and you think that Black Sam wasn't watching all of this? You thought that it was just going to go away because you bought a burger? Now, when you disrespected Dad, the way you was disrespecting the Dad, on top of the fact that we're not going to sit up there and act like you ain't had the Kanye tapes. You ain't had tapes on De La Hoya. My name is my name. You heard Marlo on the wire, my nigga. I'm not going to let you slander my name like that. We're going to stop that, my nigga. You was foul from the beginning to the end. And the only reason why you got a problem with me is because I got you caught with your hand in a cookie jar. It is what it is.